So let's start with Bitcoin. We're going to start on a weekly chart because it's been reminded to me, we talk about reversals at a 618 level, and remember, really why so this is, however funky it looks, if we take for the swing from low to the high down here in 2015, this is a 618 reversal. 618 levels are really messy levels. You can go beyond them, but you still catch them, and I think that that's what we've done here. So that's why I think we're headed back to the 382. But whenever we do this, remember the 50% in the middle is a pivot level, and so that's where our 10,026 comes from in Bitfinex prices. It's slightly, the mileage varies slightly in Bitstamp, but we'll look at Bitfinex today because it has the biggest volume. So now we think, not only do we have the 200-day moving average, but we have this 50% level. And when you're drawing it and you think, oh, I wonder if we're going to get a reaction there, then the best thing that you should do is go down to the daily and see, did we react at that 50% level before? And we did. We did quite a lot in January, and it was support, for 4 or 5 days, 6 days. And then it was a bit of a high here when we tried to rally on the 12th of March. So potentially the combination, we should be aware that, although we're pushing a little bit higher here and the happy days, we've got really serious resistance at 10,000 or just above. And so, we can feel bullish about this, and we're all, a lot of us along, I know, looking for this to have a go at this level. It potentially is trouble, and intraday we could go above it and still close back below it, and that would be a reversal. See how we've done this before? We've gone well below it and closed back above it. So we're not out of trouble with this level, or we haven't cleared it until we have a daily close above it. That's midnight UTC. That's the end of the day in these candlesticks is when the next calendar day starts in Asia, in Asian trading in Sydney and Japan. So this is what we need to see to be sure that we've cleared this level. And then when we do, after these really slow days underneath it, we will then hold it as support, and we should carry on higher. So that's what I'm looking for this to do, but let's not underestimate how important this resistance is. It's really big. So, but not insurmountable, but really big. So, when we look, so now when we go down to a lower time frame chart like we're looking at here, and we've been measuring, the resistance, and we say, are we looking for our 1.618 extensions? And we say, oh, look, we're just going through them, or whatever, or we're making just a new high here. We need to be aware that this isn't a kind of new high that you want to pile in with new longs. If you're already long from, much lower, then you can jostle it out and look for us to clear this level. But if you're looking to buy a new long in Bitcoin, really we need to get above this 10,000 and that 200-day moving average. So that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, I'm really happy to see this pushing higher, because I'm really happy to see it, keep going. But this is what we need to see to get bullish now. So, you need to keep a tight rein on your profit. So the way I'm doing it, I'm measuring from this low to this high here, and I'm looking, I don't want this really to come back more than the 236 February trace. That to me would be a bit of a danger sign. So at the moment we can mark that at 9,060. When we get to 10,000, it's going to move up a bit to 9,182. If we go through it and make a new higher like 10,300, we can move this February trace up. For me, that becomes my line. So as long as we stay above the 236, I say that we're still in an uptrend. When we drop below it, we're in a correction. And so that could mean 382, 50%. That means that this 5-wave sequence up in Bitcoin is done, and we're going to see 3 waves of correction before we do the next move. So that would be, you know, something to watch out for. So that's how I see Bitcoin today. However, I think Ethereum is in much better shape. So people will move to Ethereum, and Ethereum's rocking. Now, Ethereum's at a big level. Remember that we were looking for one of the big